Want to go deeper with Lobbing Scorchers? You know, scratch under the surface, get down even dirtier than we already get? Become a YouTube member. Sometimes things just get a little too spicy, a little too weird, and a little too loose for the general public. And you know, the people to see that are YouTube members. We're talking about exclusive bonus videos, the podcast after show, exclusive written content, and little bits and pieces of information before the unwashed masses know about it. As a member, you not only get access to all of this amazing content, you get a badge next to your name and a slew of amazing emotes to use, not only in our live stream chat, but also in our comments section. And yes, we do have an emote for Jesus Ferreira, Go Snack, and Paul Rothrock. This is the best way to help keep us independent and keep us building out this crazy YouTube brand that we call Lobbing Scorchers. Hit the join button down below or hit the link in the top of our description if you're on mobile to join the ranks and become a Lobbing Scorchers YouTube member.
What's up, everybody? Welcome into our first ever attempted post-game live from Lumen Field. This is going to be a feat of technology if we can pull it off. We're off to a good start. Noah's dropping his phone. He's adjusting the camera. We've got a 2-1 Leagues Cup Phase 1 win for the Seattle Sounders to review here tonight. Their second straight Phase 1 victory after their famous 7-0 win over Cruz Azul. This time playing a Santos Laguna side that is not very good. No. Not a very good team. And frankly, I think if you're going to, I'm never going to nitpick a win. I'm never going to nitpick a win in a tournament setting like this. I do think they should have beat this team
100%.
Worse than they did for a couple of reasons. But where do you want to start? No, I guess first of all, this is where I want to start. Like the video, sub to the channel, and lobbingscorchers.com/sauce, lobbingscorchers.com/archive.
Yep.
That's where I want to start. But I think I'll tell you where I want to start, which is with Georgi. What a shift.
Yeah.
What a shift.
Could that have been one of the greatest statistical shifts of all time?
I think so. I mean, it depends your definition of great.
Yeah.
But to me, like if your definition of great is related to the content, he couldn't. Let's just go over the Georgi cameo in this game.
Yeah,
it was incredible. He subs into the match on 75 minutes, right? Something like that. Instantly gets a yellow card for absolutely trucking a dude going for a ball in the box. So he has a yellow like 30 seconds, if that, after subbing into the game. Then scores easily the sickest goal of his MLS career. He's only got a couple. He had the one in Vancouver, right? And then I think that's his only MLS goal. And then he had like an Open Cup goal maybe. But he scores. I mean, he looked like Pedro de la Vega shooting that ball.
I think he got some juice from Pedro, because that was legitimately like the nastiest finish. He kicked the piss out of that ball. He kicked the piss out of that ball.
Like these goals that de la Vega is scoring right now, Georgi did his own version of it. And then the Sounders, they had gone a couple games since their last red card. So they had to get back in the column.
It was not a center back.
Not a fullback, not a center back. It was actually an attacking player this time. So they broke new ground on that front. But it had been too long since they finished the match with all 11 guys on the field. They did it for like 2 games in a row. So it's like, you can't have that. You got to get someone sent off. Georgi scores the sickest goal of his career. Great finish. Seattle goes up 2-0 at that point. And then he gets sent off for a second yellow, the exact yellow that Osaze got in the last game, for pulling his shirt over his head. In this case, he was trying to notify everyone that he is a follower of Christ
on a Sunday. It's a Sunday, guys. Like, you would, what do you expect?
He was just trying to give credit to Christ, let everyone know that he follows Christ, that he had it on his shirt.
He followed him all the way out of the stadium.
He followed him to the tunnel and into the locker room, because he got ejected
into his car.
Which, okay, like this is the most controversial storyline to come out of this game, which is that a lot of people think that, that's a weak rule. It's a soft rule. I will just tell
Jeremiah Oshan, Sounder at heart.
I've had a soapbox about this for years.
Yeah.
I think that the rule that taking your jersey off after a goal is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It has been for the entire time it's been a rule.
Correct.
Anything that significantly, meaningfully delays the restart, sure, like you can give a yellow for that, for any offense, not just removing your jersey. But like, why is that not a yellow? Why? Like, it just it's for time wasting stuff. But in that case, there's 0 time additional that is wasted because of him pulling his shirt up. So I mean,
it wasn't even fully off. Like, like, can you really count it if it's not all the way off? You know what I'm saying?
Well, so that's the other thing. That
he tried to cheat it a little bit.
That rule, Saze did the same thing.
Yeah.
And that rule, as I understand it, is supposed to be full removal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you pull it up like that, I've never seen that given as a yellow. However, there is a Leagues Cup policy. That also, it does say that if you pull it up like that and it covers your face or head area, that's an auto yellow. Which is just a stupid rule. But it is the rule. It is the rule. I think everyone at this point knows that, at least that the jersey removal is the rule, and Osaze just got called for it. So not the smartest play. But
especially when you're on a yellow already. I mean, that's on a serious note, I know we've been joking about it, but it's like, you can't, you got to be smarter than that. Your teammate literally just got a yellow for that. Like you were saying, like, there's no need for that to happen. And now you're not playing in this next match, which you may have gotten some more run, especially after scoring a banger like that. And especially scoring a banger like that.
That's the most unfortunate thing, at least as far as how it affects this next game, is that Georgi, I mean, he looked like we were saying we wanted to see him get run in this tournament. And he got it and scored an incredible goal, immediately got thrown out of the game. And it kind of made the last like 15 or so minutes plus stoppage of that game kind of a slog. They were just basically trying to see it out against a team that had absolutely nothing on offense. I'm pretty tilted that they even gave up 1 goal to that team, because that team is terrible. But I like, a win is a win, I think, in that situation, especially when you had to play that entire stretch run of the match there with 10 men, because you had a player get ejected for revealing his follower of Christ shirt.
Yeah, and Rhombus says it perfectly here. Thank you for the $5. Take that red on Georgie to Fox News, call it woke nonsense, and get it overturned. I think that's I think that's
we
perfect.
are past the point as a society where jersey removal needs to be an auto yellow. I'm not arguing the call. I'm not arguing the call. That ref actually called that how it's supposed to be called. I get that, but that
your argument isn't against the official.
It's not against the ref.
Against
against
the
that
rule.
And you can go back. I've been saying this for a very long time about teams well beyond Seattle. Every time it happens, I have a soapbox about it. That rule is stupid. Like, it is stupid. There's no one can give me a good reason why that rule is a thing. Why is it a thing? It doesn't need to be. It's outdated. It's antiquated. So I'm down to go on that soapbox any day. However, under what the rules technically are, that was like a correctly awarded yellow card. I think you can kind of tell he didn't even want to give it.
No, he didn't want to give it, because like also the ref's gonna have to do like a lot of Hail Marys after this match. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, dude, you ejected
the Christ guy.
Yeah, you ejected the Christ guy. Like, you're gonna have to do at least like 10 or 20 Hail Marys. Full of grace, hallowed be thy name type vibe. It's quite it's quite a tough scene for the official there. But Georgie, my friend,
hopefully you gotta
follow Christ and also the rules. The laws of the game. The laws of the game, the 10 commandments, and also the FIFA laws of the game. Those are the 2 most important things truly in this entire world.
Hopefully he learns from it. I think otherwise it was a good performance from the team overall. I thought. I mean, they didn't drop a 7 spot again, but you can't really expect them to do that every game.
Not every game.
And I think that the attack played well enough to have gotten at least a couple more in this game. They get the opener on an own goal. It was great to see our boy Pauly Primetime back.
Pauly Primetime looked. Yeah, let's talk about Pauly Primetime, dude, because I thought I mean, he scores that opener. Basically, he won't get the secondary assist. He won't get an assist for it
He
because
creates
of
that
woke
goal.
nonsense. But absolutely, he creates that with good pressure and a good cross and all of that. And he could have had numerous other goals, though 45 of the Sounders goals were called offside.
He looked like himself.
Yeah.
So that's like, he has the bionic
He's
hand.
the bionic man right now.
So like, you don't know how something like that could affect you, and it didn't seem to affect him at all. He looks back, he creates the own goal, and really it's I think we're kind of, so far in this tournament, we're seeing the depth of this team on display. This was more rotated than usual. Danny Leva, we got the Danny Leva Obed double pivot, which I thought looked pretty good.
Yep.
I was skeptical of that.
Yeah.
I was skeptical of that. I said a couple weeks ago that I was concerned about that idea because I felt like it's not really complementary skill sets.
Yeah.
I'm curious what you think. I thought Obed changed how he played a little bit
to agree.
Like accommodate that. He wasn't as maybe aggressive as he has been lately. He was hanging back more, doing more work on defense, kind of doing more dirty work, which is the sort of stuff that Christian usually does all of. So I thought that double pivot functions well, and they got a goal in the first half, and really like they should have had at least one more goal in that half. There was the crazy sequence where Moose got taken down, and then the Santos
red card penalty.
Yeah. They reviewed like 27 different things over the course of 19 minutes. Like it was one of those situations. And I thought
hell of a game for the VAR official. I mean, he got his minimum wage.
Yeah.
Like that dude was working in that booth.
I thought they got that call right too, for what it's worth. Like
people were crashing out about the officiating. I think that he was letting a lot go, but I feel like, I don't know. Let me hear what you think, chat. But I didn't think like it was truly, like in the grand scheme of things, all that atrocious.
Well, people are really mad about the Georgi ejection, but it's like, that's
like, dude, you got it. That's the rules, brother.
Even if it's a stupid rule, and I think that it's a stupider rule than anyone.
Can I take a victory lap too about this? I was the first one in the press box to call that. I said, oh, they're going to give him a second yellow and send him off to the red because he took his shirt off. And they were like, no. I know ball. I'm in the PB knowing ball. Okay, that's all I got to say. Let's tap back to Leva and Obed double pivot really quick because I wanted to get your take too on Leva. I thought he played out of his mind tonight. That's the Danny Leva that like I've heard about.
His stock is up, I think, just in general. I thought he looked really good in the Cruz Azul game, but it's like, how much do you read into that? Everyone was fine. Yep. In this game, what I thought was encouraging was how he looked playing off Obed in the double pivot. I was concerned about that. I was not sure if those skill sets complement each other in the way that you need, in the way that a Christian can provide that skill set that's a little different than Danny Leva. So I thought the fact that they played him there and he looked like he did was good. But just also, I think he is a very talented facilitator.
Yeah.
He really is. Like the passes that he can hit, he can hit any pass. He can hit through balls. His long passing is really good. His like link up play is really good. So I think after kind of being buried on the depth chart for a while, the Danny Leva stock is up, and that's a good thing. Like JP is still out for the next few weeks. You've got to take on the rest of this tournament, which it looks like they are. I mean, they're not guaranteed advancement, but they're at the top of the table. They're in the best position to advance.
If they get a result at all, they're basically looking guaranteed to
I think a tie in this next game would do it.
Yep. A loss it's not guaranteed, but they could still do it
especially because they've racked so many goals.
It is hard because you only have 4 teams that advance. So you want to win out. You do want to win out. You want to have the best seed possible. You want to do all of that kind of stuff. And it's a statement too. It's a statement about like taking this competition seriously. And I think that's another thing that we should do a victory lap on, Ari, because we have been evangelizing this tournament. We have been telling people like, listen, you may think it's a cash grab and you might be right. You may think that this is like some stupid format and all of that. You may be right, but it's also fun. And it also is showing what the Sounders can do against Liga MX's competition. And even more so, I was talking to some people in the press box about this. What Brian Schmetzer has been able to achieve against Liga MX's teams that basically no other coach in Major League Soccer has been able to figure out. He has been able to figure out playing these Liga MX teams and getting his players ready. And I think that's really impressive. And this game was a slug match. This was a wounded team coming in to play the Seattle Sounders, who knew if they lose, they're out. So they were going to try and muck up the game. They didn't have their keeper. They were going to try and get in your head. And it didn't work. It didn't work. It just did not work at all.
I think at this point, it's pretty fair to say that Schmetz is the best tournament coach in MLS history.
Yeah.
Like, people can downplay like the whole kind of, if you're trying to downplay Schmetz's accomplishments, which some people do in the scope of the elite coaches in the league, it's like, oh well, he's in a situation where he's set up for success more than a lot of MLS coaches. He didn't really have to like build it from the ground up, although he did contribute to that more than people give him credit for. But like, it's like he is a beneficiary of favorable circumstances, always having a really good roster, stuff like that is what people is like the counter argument to Schmetz being like an elite coach. But he
I'm gonna grab Jeremiah. He's coming up.
As far as tournament soccer goes, I don't think it gets any better than Brian Schmetzer, and he's showing it so far in this Leagues Cup. There's 36 teams in this thing, and he's got them top of the table. We got Jo fresh from the pressers coming into the booth right now. So let's welcome it in, make it a 3-man panel. This is our really technologically advanced. Yeah.
Oh my god.
This mic is kind of fucked up, so you gotta hold it like that.
Okay.
Check.
Like this?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, I'll just do one here.
Do you want to read some? Okay, you got this right here. Hold it. You should be able to hear yourself.
I hear you.
Okay.
Check 1 2. All right.
You guys just dive in and all.
All right, we got Sounder at Heart Overlord Jeremiah Oshan joining the show right now. Jeremiah, you're just down at the pressers and mix zone. What was the vibe? How was Schmetz feeling? And did the players say anything of note? Like, what was up?
There wasn't too much of note, I don't think, that was said. It was pretty much, look, this is a tournament. It's tough. We'll take the results the way we can get them. They weren't sort of like getting too worked up over maybe they should have won by more easily. In fact, they seem to take the attitude that getting a grinded out sort of victory is maybe a good thing in a tournament like this.
I like that spin.
Because it's not going to be easy every game, right? And
no, it's not going to be 7-0 every single game. No. As much as sick as that would be, that's not.
And there really are no style points in a situation like this.
Hell no, definitely.
Especially once you've already put the goal difference up, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is that better?
Oh yeah. Look at that.
I definitely agree with the premise that like being in a game like that where you face adversity, that's not like the worst thing, because in tournament play, like, you're going to be in those situations. You're going to be in situations where maybe you get a guy sent off for revealing his follower of Christ shirt. You're going to be in situations maybe where the other team scores first on you. Like, stuff like that can happen in tournament play. And you got to, I think something that this team, we were talking about Schmetz's track record in tournament play, something they've been good at is like responding in those adverse situations. So I think it's fair to say, even though they were up 2-0 and it was about seeing out the game, the red card did give them an adverse situation that they had to overcome.
An adverse situation you would like to avoid, but hey, you'll take the test where you we don't question where the tests come from or something like that. It's probably a religious saying.
There's going to be that's appropriate for tonight. That stuff is going to happen. So like you said, you don't want it to see it happen like that. But they did see out the game. They give up the late goal, but they were able to see out the game, top of the table. Did you?
I was going to say one thing that I did take away from Schmetzer's press conference is there was a lot of concern, I think, online that he was going to take a harsher approach to Georgi than he would to Nuhu, who sort of crashed out. And he seemed to give Georgi a lot of grace. He insisted not only was it not a yellow, his first card, but that it wasn't even a foul. He has no idea where that even came from. So he's sort of
he was having Georgie's back.
He had Georgie's back, and he just basically said, look, of course, I don't want him to pick up a yellow card, especially after Osaze just got a yellow for the exact same thing the previous game. He should know better, but we're not going to like hold on to this.
All right, that's good because, you know, I'm not going to kill him over it either. Like, it was unfortunate, and
I mean, it was a great goal.
It was such a good goal.
And I think he was also sort of like, look, he's excited. It's a great goal. You do things you're not thinking, whatever, right? So that's, you know, we'll take that.
Yeah, and it was unfortunate how much time was. I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, oh god,
yeah, there's like 15 minutes.
There's plenty of time for them to ship 2 goals. So it was good to see them defend resolutely with 10 men.
And then the last goal basically came on effectively the final play of the game.
Yeah, whatever. You know, it hurts the GD a little bit, but the GD is
in pretty good shape.
It's pretty good shape right now. So you can afford to let one in. But I guess Jeremiah, like, what are you seeing from this team on offense right now? I mean, they were on fire going into this tournament. They dropped 7 on Cruz Azul. They only scored 2 tonight, but I thought performance wise, like, it was still pretty damn good. Like the chance generation.
Yeah, no,
they could have had a few more.
Absolutely, they created good chances. They had 2 more offside goals.
Offside all night. Yeah,
right. So okay, I did have a thing about the offsides, and it's that if a player is so far offside that you know he's off, just like, we don't need to go through the motions of pretending that we need to let this go. And I assume there's been a directive to say, look, on all offside plays, let it play out and then raise your flag. That's just not effective refereeing. Like, if the referee is confident in their call, raise your flag.
Well, and if
it's close, leave it down.
The one on Ferreira, he's just so far off. There's there's somewhere.
The same thing with Jackson Reagan's chance. He's never onside during the whole thing. Just flag it off. We don't need to go through this whole silliness.
Yeah.
Even Jesus looks back at the referee and was like, okay, I'm gonna go for it.
Yeah, I like the idea of that rule, but I think you're correct that they probably take it a little too far. It's gone too far. It's just annoying to watch them continually score and have the flag come up.
Yes.
And then honestly, I think the most annoying thing in this game was like how the Santos goal, you're like, oh, okay, like, oh, they got one offside. And then of course that is the one all night from either team that actually was onside.
And it was it was definitely onside.
Yeah, it was.
Like that's just, and so I guess maybe that's good. I don't know. It doesn't feel good.
No, that was not wasn't the greatest ending, not the greatest last 15 minutes, but I mean, top of the League's Cup table, not just the MLS one, but overall.
No, I mean, all of a sudden it went from, hey, look, if the Sounders go 2-1 and don't get out of the phase 1, I'd say sure,
whatever. Yeah,
I'll take that. Now I feel like they should be able to, they've performed in a way that tells me, why not win this thing? At this point, it will definitely be a disappointment if they manage not to get out of this first phase. That'll be a huge disappointment.
Well, something pretty crazy would have to happen at this point. Like, I mean,
if they don't get a result against Tijuana,
right? If they take
lose.
an L, yeah. But going into this game needing a draw to advance, you at least like their chances.
Absolutely like their chances. They should advance. They were able to rest some key pieces. Christian Roldan getting a night off was huge.
That was great to see. I didn't want him to play at all, but whatever. He didn't play that much. So
no, he didn't play that much, and he looked good when he played. He brought some energy and. Oh, is there a call?
Yeah, sure. I didn't know we had the link out.
I just dropped the link just in case.
Okay, we got Tribe.
Give us a thumbs up if you're ready. Tell them to say that.
Tribe, give us a thumbs up. All right.
Tribe, hey, what's good, guys?
What's up, man? Welcome in. We're chilling here at Lumen. 2-1 over Santos Laguna. What did you see tonight?
Bit disappointed. I personally thought it would be a 4 or 5 goal game. My voice is gone, as you can tell, because I was absolutely screaming. But I thought it should have been a 4 or 5 goal game going into it, knowing that Santos Laguna is the worst team in Mexico over the past 5 years. Um, Again, offside goals, very, very annoying. But the thing about these offside goals is the buildup is really good. It's not like a dumb mistake. It's always really, really close or something like that. I thought it should have been a 5 goal game, but I'm a little bit disappointed that they scored against us. Other than that, I think our performance was really, really solid, and I'm very happy with Georgi Manungu.
Yeah, no, I'm with you that I think if, like I said, if you're nitpicking it, like they should have had a couple more in that game, but like it does go like that sometimes. The sport, it happens pretty frequently where you might play well enough to score more goals than you actually end up getting. I mean, you said you were happy with Georgi. Some people were not happy that he got ejected. What did you see during that substitute shift? Whether it was the banger or the dual yellow cards?
Well, I saw he just does what the stats always show. He is the best dribbler in MLS, even above Lionel Messi. Just the little thing that he did, it shouldn't have been a yellow card. The first foul, there wasn't really anything in that. It should have been talking to, but a yellow card, no. And I don't know why he got the yellow card was it for the celebration or something?
Yeah, I don't. Well, that was what we were talking about. He pulled the shirt over his head to reveal the follower of Christ shirt that he had under it, which is
taking it off.
That it's an auto yellow, even if you don't fully remove.
I don't like that rule. That's the dumb rule.
It's a dumb rule, but it's one of those kind of automatic. Apparently, it's an automatic thing.
Yeah, it is.
The one was the AR and whatever. It's sometimes how it goes.
Yeah. I think Georgi had a spectacular game, and I really don't think there's any disciplinary issues. I mean, considering what we just saw with New throwing a ball at a fan and flipping off the rack. I mean, Georgi,
revealing the Christ shirt is not as an egregious an offense as throwing a ball at the fan then flipping off the referee. So that is there are levels to these things. Still not a smart play, but like I'm glad Jeremiah, with you shared that Schmetz had his back and wasn't crushing him or anything, because it's
I have a little hot take about Georgi. I think he should start over Rothrock, honestly.
I think you were dishing this the last time you called in. You're like the number one purveyor of the Georgi agenda, which I like. I've been on the train of at least like I want to see him run. I think the physical got in. Yeah, I was glad he got in, and I think it's
the first time he's played with the first team since Club World Cup.
Yeah, I think you're right, and I think
he cooked the Club World Cup as well.
It really was De La Vega-esque.
He cooked in Club World Cup as well. He's just, man. I mean, there's just something about the way he dribbles. Brian Schmetzer said he's one of the best 1v1 players he's ever seen in his life as well. He said that himself, and the stats are just showing that the percentage of dribbles completed, again, above Messi in MLS right now. And if we play him every single game, maybe not as a starter yet, but he'll get to that. And once he's a starter, my God, man, we have someone special, really, really special, and I'm very excited to see what he can do.
Yeah, hopefully you're right. Hopefully he gets the run to show it. He definitely made a play tonight that we've seen a lot of flashes and glimpses from Georgi and great runs and stuff, but maybe not the final product of that consistently. So to see him bust out a play like that was awesome. As we swap Noah back in here for Jo, thank you so much for joining the post game live. We got a caller behind you, Tribe, but any last thoughts or takes or observations or agendas you wanted to get out there?
One last one. Just a little bit disappointed that the Noah Ohio transfer isn't going through, because we need another striker. We need a striker. But I'll leave you guys with that.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Tribe. Appreciate you, man. 100%. We'll talk to you in the next one.
100%. Love you guys. Cheers.
Thanks, man. Take care. Noah Ohio. Not going to be a Seattle Sounder as reported today. by who was that? Sounded Hard. Who
It was
recorded that?
Sounded. It was the man sitting in this chair earlier.
No
Jeremiah
Ohio,
Oshan.
no Ohio deal fell through. So
No Ohio.
no Ohio on the Seattle Sounders, which I'm disappointed as well, because anytime you get a linked or think there's a strong possibility of a player of that type of pedigree coming to the team, it is exciting, even though I was not like super fired up about the profile and price tag that we were talking about. I was still like, all right, like this is a new fun little subplot storyline that could
New guy unlocked.
So we're not gonna have that, but I'm not super crashing out over it. Like I really, you guys, you can go back and look. I'm not just like coping. I was not super sold on the player. My thing was kind of like, I've seen a lot of players of this exact profile go to like the Red Bulls or whatever, and
Right.
they score 3 goals in 29 games and then get transferred out. Like that's usually the Leo Chu trajectory is how players of that profile usually go. It's just
true.
like statistically. So and I didn't want to put that on him, like because it can absolutely go the other way, but I just felt like the odds were stacked against it.
Yeah.
But that didn't mean I wasn't excited for the potential of him joining the squad, because there's that allure, right? Like, you're taking a swing. Maybe he is going to be the truth. So
for sure.
But now it's like they're negotiating with other targets, and you're like, oh, are they just going to settle for like their second, third choice or whatever? Maybe, but maybe that guy could be good. So we'll see what happens. Before we bring in Jeremy, you got any Ohio thought? It's your namesake. So.
I mean, I don't know if you guys can hear me. Let me know.
Yeah, I think you're good.
Okay. This mic is busted.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
There. Okay. Yeah, you got to hold.
Is
it
that
like
better?
That. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. It sucks, I guess, but like not really. Like shit happens. You know what I'm saying? Like
most transfer negotiations end like this.
Yeah, it's
99%.
It was like he didn't want to be here. So like, what else is there to say? He wanted to stay and play in Europe and continue his dream of playing 10 minutes in the Eredivisie. Congratulations, man. Like that's tight. Good for you. You're like, your club wants to sell you, and so they're literally not playing you. Is that Nico's mic? It is. It's That's a good that's a good bit. That's a good bit. Nico isn't here, so I took his mic.
Well, didn't the report say that his agent was like,
his agent was trying to tell him to come here too.
Do this, and he was like, no.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm out. I'm good.
Man, listen to the agent, Noah, not you.
Listen to the agent, Noah. What the hell are you doing? So I don't know. They're vacuuming outside, and it sounded like a ghoul.
It's popping off.
Yeah. I did want to hit one more thing about the game. I know we briefly hit on the League's Cup. Is it exciting? Whatever, all of that. But 2 games in, I want to win this thing. I want to win this thing so bad, dude. Like, I want to win this more than I've wanted to win a trophy in a long time.
Why say more? Why do you feel that way?
Well, it's not only the prize money, it's not only the fact that we don't have it in the trophy case. It's like, it would be so vindicating to hear all of the chirpers who are like League's Cup become like the biggest League's Cup fans if we actually win. And also to beat, if they can continue this run, what if they win every single game and win League's Cup? Is that not like a big deal?
No, it would be. Like, for me, I do want to win it for the novelty of adding like a trophy that they don't have yet, as well as I think regardless of the value that you put on the prize money or the trophy or the tournament, to me, Seattle is they're also playing for like reputational stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you win a tournament like this, and like you have a pretty strong claim to be like, like out of any club in this league, when it comes to these international tournaments and matchups with Liga MX's teams, like, we are the club that actually brings it in those scenarios. Like, and to me, that's an important thing for me personally, to like want to be able to say. And I think when you win Champions League, you already put yourself in that era.
Right.
And this would just like reinforce that.
Yeah.
So I do, I want it from that perspective, but I'm like, I agree with what Jeremiah was saying. If some disaster happens and they don't advance, it would be a pretty big disappointment. And I think that would take some of the shine off the Cruz Azul game
for sure.
But I will say, like, okay, say they advance but they don't win it, I would still be like, man, like the Cruz Azul game, I don't know if it's like would make it worth it, but like that game was a game that it's like we're going to be talking about, like Cruz Azul Leagues Cup 25. Where were you? And it's like a barometer. It's like a barometer of like a perfect half of footy. When they play a really good half, we're going to be like, that was Leagues Cup 25. Cruz Azul. It became like a lexicon thing like that with how that game went. So
it was watching prime Barcelona.
We have that no matter what happens rest of this year.
That's true. But I don't want it to like. I don't want it to stay there. I want to win.
Well, how much more goated does it get if they do that to Cruz Azul than win the whole thing, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So,
should we get our next caller?
Let's get the next caller. Hit this super chat and then get the next caller. Rhombus says, let's just beat all the Mexican teams. A cup is nice, but let's just beat all of Mexico.
Beating a Liga MX team never gets old. I don't care if it's the worst one. It's funny, they played the best one and one of the worst ones, and the worst one gave them a much bigger fight.
Yeah, I thought Cruz Azul was the worst one, to be honest.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but like,
all right, we're bringing on Jeremy. We're bringing him on with the notion that he's second in the table. The bum Portland Timbers second in the table. They can't even be first. Evander is crashing out in Cincinnati, missing penalty kicks, so they probably feel good too. Jeremy, welcome to the show. How you doing?
That's a good intro.
Hey, look at us. Who would have thought? First and second in the MLS table.
Look at us.
It is, yeah. Cascadia is running Leagues Cup right now. The Timbies got another dub as well.
Let's just not look at the caps. Just don't
look at the caps.
Don't look at the caps.
Are they even in the tournament?
I don't know.
They are not.
Okay.
I think they forfeited the right to be in the tournament by winning Canada.
Woke nonsense.
Their little Mickey Mouse trophy that they basically get a free pass to every single year.
Exactly.
But I only wanted to call in to say just one thing about Georgi Manungu and then another thing about Paul Rothrock. Manungu, more like Manung Chu. Had to get that out there.
Okay, all right.
That's actually not bad. Yeah.
No, it's a good bit.
I'm pretty proud of that one. But also, for some reason, out of all the players on this roster, I think Rothrock is the one that's like suited for CONCACAF the most.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, dude.
He's just a little demon out there.
Yeah.
He is perfectly good at all the dark arts stuff. And it impresses me, you know? Like, it was good to see him return to the field tonight. And I don't,
the trash talk, like that, the trash talk is a key thing in CONCACAF and against these Liga MX teams. They, God knows, they do it. So you got to give it back to him. That was one of the most satisfying parts of the Cruz Azul game, was getting to watch Seattle's players give all that shit back to them.
Yeah.
And Rothrock, you're right. Like he got out there tonight and he was like, I'm ready for the smoke.
I feel like Paul could legitimately cook on a Liga MX team. Like, I think you could put him on like
any CONCACAF league, or
like put him on like Pachuca or something, and he's like going crazy.
Yeah,
I like
his transfer rumor just started.
We were saying championship, but
we did say championship. How do you feel about that, Paul Rothrock in the championship?
I mean, the crazy part about that is I'm a West Brom fan. I kind of would take him right now because you don't really have any wingers. And it's mostly just because, like, none of the other players that at least, like, West Brom has, besides Jason Malumbi, who didn't play a single game of preseason because he got in a fight last preseason. That was pretty funny. Yeah, we need players with more of that dog in them, particularly after going belly up at the end of last season and missing out on the playoffs because no one decided to show up in Coventry. So I would absolutely take Paul Rothrock on West Brom. I don't care how many goals or assists he provides, but he's smart. He's going to get in your face, and that's pretty much all you want. And he's going to work hard. So, yeah. And also a certain other Seattle outlet was very critical of him, and that's usually a good barometer to me that he had a really good game. So
there's another Seattle outlet.
Allegedly.
Yeah. I just heard of Will Forbes. Super chat here from Andrew. Portland sucks. Thank you for super chat. We appreciate that. That's pretty fire. I just, we're not condoning nor not condoning the super chats. It's just like legally we have to read that.
No, I get it. I understand. I think they're not very good either. But you know what? The table at this point doesn't lie. So
no, they are. I guess. What's up with that? Like, does Phil Nevs just have them cooking in Leagues Cup, or do you think they've actually improved?
Well, they've played the majority of Leagues Cup still without some of their best forwards. Where I mean, Seattle, although Morris is still out, like Musovski is still like a very good starting quality striker, and you have all your wingers healthy available, especially with Rothrock coming back. So it's really just been more of a like who's going to score the goals, particularly like yesterday when they didn't have any of their top three forwards and Rodriguez is still injured. So it's been a who's going to feed the strikers because the strikers don't get fed. But yesterday, one goal was all they needed, and it was very badly scored from a set piece against a Querétaro team that's like kind of in the same boat as Santos. They didn't really show up to want to win the game. I feel like that's kind of what Santos was doing tonight, but I think they showed a little bit more desire. So, yeah, I mean, the most important thing, and if you look at both of the Leagues Cup journeys, we're both on, 6 points, top two in the table, one with much more impressive goal differential. Gotta give it to you on that. Even I was like upset, but like standing and clapping at De La Vega's goal. That was outstanding.
Well, I mean, I think it's one of those situations where like I guess I'm a little different than every other fan, but if Portland put up 7 on Cruz Azul, I'd be like, hell yeah.
I mean,
like I'd be kind of like, hell yeah, dude. And if one of your wingers scores a goal like that, you guys just got to be like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, hell yeah.
I mean, we did that. We did that a lot when Evander was on the team.
Yeah, we literally did. We'd be like, yep, he's doing the bit again.
He would do his Evander thing, and we'd be like, okay, I guess you can't argue with that.
Yeah, he would love to just pop out, and we'd be like, all right. Go off.
Yeah, that was me. That was me during the entirety of the second half of 6-2. Just like, yeah, sure, why not? Like,
cool, why not? Hell yeah. But Grabavoy was like, how do I make sure that I get this guy to leave our club? How about I crash out on him in a press conference?
It's still one of the more like surprising press conferences I've been in, and that includes one where I guess a fan, reporter, journalist openly questioned Giovanni Savarese and asked him to defend like his job at the beginning of 2023. Yeah,
I know that fan didn't come back.
Well, we forgot to mention the pitch invader tonight.
Oh yes, pitch invader.
Was it on the broadcast?
They kept up. They did that like thing on the broadcast where they're just like jumping between various crowd and player shots. But then once it pans away and you just the popcorn streak on the field, that's pretty funny.
We saw the whole. I saw him actually before he got onto the field. I was like, that's not a guy that should be down there.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be down there.
And then
dude.
You saw the whole he beelined onto the field, and he was about as hype as I've seen. I don't know if I've ever seen a pitch. I've seen that at Seahawks, and Mariners a lot, but I've never seen that at Sounders.
He didn't really have an agenda either. He just was vibing.
He was just vibing, but then he poured his thing of popcorn on his head, and it got all over the field. And the players were all like, "Okay." And then he ran all the way to the opposing penalty box, got down on his knees, and was praising the heavens.
He was doing the Jesus is King celebration.
He was doing follower of Christ.
And
he should have had the Georgi shirt on.
That's what I'm saying.
But he like presented himself to security. He was like, take me.
Yeah. And then they were like picked him up by his arms.
And he lifted his legs up, so they had to like actually like strain to carry him. And then they just left the popcorn.
Yeah.
The popcorn was
we can report it has been removed.
They got it, yeah.
And they removed it with brooms.
It was like, remember
they were sweeping it off the turf.
Does everyone remember the Philly Union raccoon game, or not the raccoon game, the other one, the rain game?
Yeah,
where the field flooded and they had the guys out there with the mops.
Yeah,
it was sort of like that, but with the popcorn.
Yeah, exactly.
So that was a good pitch invader.
We're proud to report that the popcorn has been removed from the Lumen Field turf. They will assess the damages, and First and Goal will be filing charges against this pitch invader to make sure that he serves life in prison for what he has done tonight. Actually, just kidding. First and Goal doesn't know that the Sounders exist. In fact, they're actually going to fine the Sounders for damaging their turf, I'm sure. That's a bit about how they don't like the Sounders. Anyone laughing?
No, I mean,
no?
I didn't.
All right.
I feel
I
like
got a couple chuckles in. You know,
yeah, thank you.
You
Thank
were-
you. The courtesy laugh from Jeremy.
I wasn't
appreciate it.
really listening, but it sounded like you were cooking. Jeremy, anything else from this game tonight or the tournament in general? As the Cascadia clubs reside 1-2 on the League's Cup table here.
I would like to say that given that there's only one game left in round 3, and I mean 2 teams on 6 points, both at Cascadia, it would be pretty cool if we ended up meeting in the knockout stages. I'm just going to say that. Result go out the window. Just get like I'm tired of all the Cincinnati, like Columbus hype around their rivalry,
Yeah,
everything that
not even a
happens
real
around El
rivalry.
Trafico. Like, let's
Ohio
get another
is not
high
a real
stakes
place,
game.
though.
Like, what?
Ohio's not a real place.
Oh yeah, no. I mean,
The disrespect that has surfaced in the last couple of
Yeah,
years.
Sasha, you
Yeah.
coward. You absolute coward,
It's
Sasha
not just him,
Question.
to be fair. There's this like kind of national consent. Like every list that I see, they'll be like El Trafico, hell is real, unquestioned.
And I'll give it to El Trafico. That game always does give you some good content, but like you can't pretend that thing isn't literally like 5 years old. Like you got to think about the history. I can't get this goddamn headphone in, dude.
Yeah, I mean, you sound good. So
Thank you.
that's
It's
at
just
least
pissing me off.
there isn't the hate. There isn't the hate in El Trafico. It's like they have to like work themselves up to hate
Yeah.
each other,
Like
whereas
hands
it's just
or something.
constantly there. But yeah,
And it's like Brian Schmetzer comes into your building. He's literally his entire life has been bamming on the Timbers. And then like he literally will go in the post-game presser and like shit on the Timbers no matter win, lose, or draw, shit on their heritage, shit on their culture, be like literally like, oh, you know, they say they're Soccer City USA. I'm not quite sure about that. Like all that kind of stuff. You don't get that. You don't get that from Steve Cherundolo. Steve Cherundolo is like, anyway, we won tonight and I'm going to Germany and
That's a good Steve C.
I don't know.
it is weird vibes for them with that whole thing.
Yeah.
Like
They need a coach who's going to crash out. They need a coach that's
Yeah.
going to crash out. I don't know.
half their fans spend most of the time crashing out about just the fact they play so negative all the time. But that's a story for another time. Either way, I would love to meet for another Portland Seattle game in the knockout stages of this. Of course, you guys have to take take care of business against Tijuana. Is it?
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
they've
Gilberto
been
Mora.
difficult. They've been
Gilberto
difficult.
Mora.
Well, didn't the Galaxy hang 5 on him?
Galaxy.
Galaxy Galaxy did hang 5, but they also just traveled to Colorado on short rest and won. And I
They
take
did.
altitude very seriously.
Yeah. Yeah.
Robert Sink. I nominate Caleb Porter after he's fired by the Revs for manager of LAFC.
That's
Ooh.
That's a good fit.
I like that. I like that a lot. I was going to say Bruce Arena, but you know, who knows?
Bruce might actually keep his job. Caleb's
Bruce would keep his job, but you never know what he's going to say in the locker room, if you know what I'm saying.
I actually do not. I've heard nothing of anything that he's ever done that was wrong.
He's vindicated,
Yeah.
probably or not. Yeah, okay. We got anything else? I mean, we don't have any other callers, so call if you guys want to call in.
You can cook one more take. We're probably I don't know. We don't, I don't think we're gonna stay like crazy.
Yeah,
late.
we won't go crazy. I don't even know how long we've been going here. I can't even see the timer. 40 minutes. We'll go another 10, 15.
Yeah, I think like around an hour is probably probably good. But Jeremy, anything else? You got
Chat,
one
what
more
do you
take.
guys want to hear us talk about?
Let's
too?
let's go and get one more take,
Yeah.
and then we'll take from chat.
Dang, if only I had like a serious take after this. I really don't.
What did you think
I would
of
like
Vega's performance.
what?
What did you think of De La Vega's performance?
In this game, fine. I didn't think he really needed to do much. Everything was going up and down the right side. So
I would agree with that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Georgi took over the De La Vega mantle, except
Yeah.
De La Vega hasn't been getting red cards.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was It was slow for De La Vega, but I just don't think he had any action on his side. Like I've been the number one De La Vega skeptic. Yes, thank you. Finally found a word for it, but I don't think that he played poorly tonight. I just don't think that he was involved, and I don't think that that's necessarily a bad thing when it was moving. Like Paul was doing all the work, and like that's okay. I don't think that's a problem.
The way I think about these things is I'm the most thing I'm most concerned with is how's the offense functioning as a whole, and are they generating high quality chances? Are they putting themselves in situations to score goals?
Mm-hmm.
That takes priority over any like individual evaluation of a player, and that's why I thought it was a little. I think it's silly some of the loop that we've been in with Jesus Ferreira, where the offense is going absolutely insane right now. They just had a 7-goal game. They scored multiple goals for 4 or 5 games in a row. And then you have one game where Jesus Ferreira doesn't get a goal contribution in that stretch. And it's like, see, I was right all along. Yeah. And it's like the team has 14.
Where's Ghost Snack? Where's Ghost Snack?
Exactly. With Ferreira and Rusnak, you still have people doing this stuff when the team has like 14 goals in the last like 3 games. Like, I don't know. That's a side tangent.
Sometimes you just got to be on the field.
It's like if the offense is functioning at this level, I do not give a who's getting the goal contributions.
Bro
like
censored himself. Like we're PG-13 over here.
If it's Albert Rusnak, Jesus Ferreira, or whoever else, if you hang a 7 spot, I don't care.
No, I'm in agreement. Jeremy,
actually, wait. I do have one last take. You mentioned Rusnak. It's like kind of a combo Rusnak-Leva take. First of all, the finish that Rusnak had on his offside goal, brilliant, dude, beautiful. So that was really nice.
Forgot about that. And the ball from Rock on that was so fine.
It was cool. It counts.
It should have counted.
I mean, kind of aside from the offside line, but that's still something that you can look at in training and be like, Paul, just hold your run for like 2 more seconds and you're good. And that's something you could just put on repeat. But the Rusnak-Leva combo take, is Leva the best set piece taker on this team?
Yes. Easily. He's always been. That's all he does in training. Like, he will sit there for like hours after training just taking set pieces. Him and Nuhu together will do it. Nuhu will never take a set piece, but he does train them for some reason. And but Danny is like legitimately, that's like he does like the FIFA mini games after training. Like he's obsessed with it.
I will say that like Rusnak's set pieces, his free kicks and his corners have been off this year. It was nice in the Cruz Azul game to see him hitting him like he was hitting him last year. The corner that he put on Yamar was, I mean, you cannot hit a corner kick any better than that. And then the corner he hit Christian with on the flick on de Ferreira was also perfect. So I think hopefully he's like getting back to being the set piece artist that we saw him be last year and that he was for years for RSL. But to your point, Danny Leva, I mean, that free kick was about as perfect as it gets without going in, and they got a goal out of it. So Danny Leva, stock up and let him take free kicks, man. Seriously, like there's no question about his ability. Give him some
corners
to do
too.
that.
Why not? Why can't he take corners?
He does sometimes,
yeah, but like let him cook, bro. Let him cook, bro.
Good take, Jeremy. All right, I think unless you got anything else, we're gonna keep
that
pushing.
Was it. Congratulations. Beautiful. Still top of the table. Let's see what happens after the 3rd games.
I'm excited. Yeah. Let's meet in the final. How tight would that be?
Oh, God. I wanted a game.
I want to play the final.
Yeah. I want a game that just has more than just the normal rivalry stakes.
That would be the most nasty final ever, and I'm so here for it. Are you kidding me? Oh, my God. That's like...
I'm pretty sure y'all would host, too. Because all the hosting priority is determined by the tiers in last year's table. So
there we go.
That'd be cool.
All right. Cool. Well, we look forward to hopefully playing the Portland Timbers, Jeremy Peterman of Cascadia FC, right? Yep. And you can find it where?
At cascadia-fc.ghost.io. one of our wonderful contributors, Callahan Bluehole, posted a wonderful recap of that Cruz Azul game that I'm sure everyone here loved. I did not like reading the recap, but at the same time, I had to stand and applaud, much like I did for Pedro de la Vega's goal. So if you wanted a nice little bit of, I want to keep reliving that night over and over again, just go ahead to the website, check it out. Very good article.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Jeremy. And we will talk to you very soon. Have a good night, brother.
All right.
Chat, drop us your final questions here as we wrap up from Lumen Field.
Start the wind up process.
Yeah, honestly, this tech was like not too bad. It wasn't the worst.
It could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse.
It wasn't the best, but like you can see we're at the stadium,
but
which is kind of tight.
I think this is the way
here we go.
The way to do it for the home games, because we can just fire it up instead of having to like huck ass home and do it at like 11 p.m. So I think we're going to try and start doing this at these home games as much as we can.
Yeah.
And hopefully you guys enjoy it, like having us do it from on site here.
Here is one of our final questions here. A hot take, perhaps.
This is a good take.
Obed Vargas, Gilberto Moura. Well, here's the question. There have been some. Is this going to be the greatest young Mexican talent battle in this next match? You have Obed Vargas, who I think Jeremiah was saying this with Nico on their podcast, saying, I think in the back of Obed's head, he hears the talk. He hears himself being kind of passed over a little bit for this new shiny thing, which is Gilberto Moura. And he wants his get back against him. They played in the All-Star match. Gilberto Moura scored. Obed looked fine, I think, but like that kid took the shine.
I think in general, there's this consensus right now that Moura is like genuine prodigy status, has the upside to be one of the best players in the world, and is really going to be like the centerpiece of this next generation for El Tri and do all these great things. And Obed is being talked about as a like globally very highly rated prospect who has a lot of potential and a very high ceiling, but he's not being talked about as like generational like that. So I think sort of probably in Obed's mind, he's like, my next step is to try and play my way into that type of tier of player. And I gotta say, man, like I think in these last few weeks, I really think he is doing that. I don't know if he's going to get recognized as such, like globally or even nationally as a like superstar potential in that way. But when I watch him play in these last 2-3 weeks, I've said it a couple of times, but to me, it looks like he's genuinely reaching another level. I really think he is. So it's like, it's kind of, it's fun to think about, like, man, what could the ceiling actually be if he's actually like some of the stuff he's done in these last 2-3 games? I'm like, Jesus Christ. He's gotten so good.
Well, and it's not even just about that. Like he is very clearly leveling up, but it's who it's against, right?
Yeah.
It's against Liga MX's opponents, against a hard league, a tough league, a physical league, in a position where he has to be very stout defensively, where he has to win balls, where he's playing against his teammates, where he's playing against, players who are making a lot of money, and against a league who, by all accounts, people think is better than Major League Soccer. And leveling up his game while playing against them, I mean, I think that just goes to show when you put him in, let's say he goes to La Liga, let's say he goes to the Eredivisie, whatever it is, you can imagine that he's going to level up his game even more when that type of competition is coming to play week in and week out.
Exactly. Yeah, no, well put. Looks like we got someone in the queue. So,
well, should we hit these other super chat? I mean, I kind of want to go home. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll
give Kenny let's hit this, a run.
Okay, all right.
You sure? We'll give him. We'll do
Let's
this.
hit the super.
Quick.
Let Kenny cook, and then we can wrap.
Okay. All right. Here we go. 22 fouls is actually crazy with like 3 to 4 yellows.
They had a game plan. I respected it.
I mean, I don't know. I think that they're just like these officials are kind of cool with not giving yellows. They're kind of just like letting them play. And I think I think it's partly because like the Liga MX style of play is so much more physical. So to like officiate it to a more technical level like MLS, it's kind of an unfair advantage for Major League Soccer. So I think they're kind of just going down the middle. And I don't think that is great, but it is what it is. Like, I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's great. And Nat asks, is this the first time there's been a pitch invader at a Sounders game? I can't remember.
I was thinking about
ever.
that. I mean, I've been going to these games for a long ass time, and I can't recall. This was definitely the most like notable one.
He had a good time on the field.
His fashion was on point. He was wearing this like
full white jumpsuit. Crazy work.
He was strutting. He was prancing. He
had a whole show planned. Like that's a showman. He was a showman.
Sure. He poured popcorn on his head. He presented himself to security. He made security lift him up off the ground and carry him into the tunnel. So shouts to the pitch invader. That was a fun subplot.
Thank you for those super chats. And we're gonna bring Kenny on for a real quick final speed.
Bring us home, Kenny. Bring us home.
You're on.
Kenny, 2-1 over Santos Laguna. How you feeling?
Feeling great, man. Top of our group, top of the MLS group in phases.
Yeah.
Well, just one question then, if we'll make it quick. Everybody's winning. Everybody's stock is up. Is there anybody whose stock is down after these last couple games? The only person I can think of is John Bell. He can't really sniff the field after playing well, and other people are performing. So. And he's in a contract year. It might not be long for John Bell.
For me, the way I think of stock is it's like based on what happens on the field. If you're not playing just because there's too many good options in front of you, but when you have played, you've played well, which I think John Bell has. I'm not gonna like really consider. For me, this is just how I think of stock. I'm not going to consider that negatively affecting your stock unless you do something in the field to diminish it. But,
how about Georgi then? How about Georgi with the red card? So I read a stat from the great Frank McDonald. He said the two fastest substitutes to get the red card ever were Brad Smith, who scored a goal and got sent off in 12, and Georgi Manungu, who scored a goal and got sent off in 11 minutes.
New record.
New record holder, Georgi.
I can't bring myself to.
If you score a banger like that and then get sent off on, like, it's a mental thing. If he had like done something stupid, like, I don't know,
throwing a ball at the fan.
Yeah, like if it was like a my mic cut out when I started to say Nuhu crash out, but
no, you're good there.
I think no, I agree with you. Like it was silly. It was like dumb, but like, what are you gonna do?
They won the game. They won the game.
If I score that goal, I mean, I'm out of my mind too.
I would want it. I mean, I'm not. I'm Jewish, so I would not wear follower of Christ shirt.
Correct.
But I mean, like,
either way,
conceptually,
yeah, I would be lifting it, and it would say subscribe to Lobbing Scorchers, but like
Lobbing Scorchers or
soundedheart.com/ls. Yeah.
Like and subscribe. Hey, well, thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate y'all doing this. Have a good night. Appreciate y'all.
You too, Kenny. We love you, man. Yeah. Thanks for calling in. Well, should we wrap it up here?
Man, I mean, we still got so many people up in here. I feel bad, but we are gonna have to wrap it here eventually. I mean, I'm still double dutying over here.
So send us. We'll get a couple more questions here. If you guys have any super chats, whatever.
We'll hang out for a few more minutes here, take some questions, look at chat. So, I'm good to hang for a bit, but we do we should. No more calls. No one call in. No more. If you tap in the queue, we're not gonna take it. But
I'm trying to see if I had any notes or anything. I mean, like, I wanted to talk about the De La Vega having a quiet game because I think that people maybe on my side of the fence would try and use that as a talking point. But like, even I can admit that like he didn't have like a disastrous game. Like when he was involved in the play, he looked fine.
I just think that like in any given individual game, there's probably going to be some people eating more than others. And again, like it goes back to me, like, how does the offense look? Are you generating high quality chances? Are you scoring goals? If all of those things are happening, which they are right now, if De La Vega isn't the one carrying the load in a given game, like he wasn't like this, but someone else does it, and the team is still generating high quality chances, then it's fine. Like I don't need him to do what he did against San Jose or Cruz Azul every single week. He just needs to do that. Like he needs to impact games like that regularly and consistently. But like for a situation like this where I felt like the offense looked pretty good, I was happy with the quality of chances that they generated pretty much all night, even though they only got the 2 goals and they won the game. It's all good. Like I don't need him to like
you had Paul Rothrock out there to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's my only gripe is I'm just going to at Nico here. I don't know if he's watching. I love you, brother. But, he's there's been this take going around that's like Pedro de la Vega is the type of player that can single-handedly take over a game and be this evander DP and all of that kind of stuff. I don't think I've seen that yet. Like, I think he played really well in the second half of that Atlanta game. And I think that, what was the game before that as well? The San Jose game. But for me personally, like, I just don't think I've seen that switch flip yet. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think I've seen it the way that Nico has seen it. And listen, Nico knows ball, so I'm not going to say that that's not possible and that that's not the type of player he is, but I don't think that I've seen that yet. And this was a game, if any game, where that is what he should have done, right? And it's not to say that like he needs to do that or that that's what he's going to do every time, but it's like I don't think I've seen that yet. That doesn't take anything away from his performance as a player, and like I've continued to say that the man has arrived. He's performed well, and this Leagues Cup run is going to determine kind of like where I think I'm going to be able to like fall on his stock. And so, so far so good. Like you got to give it to him, but I'm cautious. I'm a cautious kind of guy with De La Vega. I don't know why. I just feel in my bones to be cautious.
Because it took him a while to like look like this, but I do think as far
he's not regressing, that's for damn sure.
As far as like the comparing him to these higher tier DPs and like do the Sounders have their Evander and stuff, like what I think that is about is it's not about dominating every single game for every single minute, every single week. It's about coming, like what Evander does that makes him a great player is he comes up with these moments of magic out of nowhere. He can score a goal on you at any time from anywhere on the field. And
De La Vega heat checked him early in the game. Like he was trying to do that.
Yeah, exactly. But like Evander, I actually think is an example of a player who we used to talk about this when he was on the Timbies.
Correct.
He didn't dominate every single second of every single game. He would go through long stretches of games and even like multiple games in a row where he doesn't really come up that much. Where he looks, but then he's got just this sort of next level quality individually to where almost kind of like Rui Diaz in his day, he could be 88 minutes of like you don't even notice him on the field, and then the first time you notice him, he's scoring an insane banger.
I think that's
so it's like I think that's more the thing that I'm so encouraged about with De La Vega right now is he's showing those individual moments that can change games, impact games, and change results, like we saw against San Jose and in Atlanta, and certainly against Cruz Azul. And that is what the kind of stuff that your $7 million players you need them to provide. And he hadn't been to this point for, again, I think we've acknowledged like the reason it took a while was not his fault. He got injured all of last year,
and playing apparently on the wrong side of the field
and
the whole time.
Apparently, has been playing on the wrong side of the field the whole time.
Yeah.
So,
I don't want to take away from him. I think I'm more playing I'm doing the devil's advocate like you normally do here. And I think an argument against what I'm saying even is look at what he did in that Cruz Azul match. He immediately subbed in. He takes 2 shots. Both of them are bangers.
Yeah, including,
his first touch of the ball was that rocket.
I really think that second goal he scored is one of the best goals I've ever seen, period.
I think it's going to go down as like one of the best goals in MLS history.
I mean, if anyone hasn't seen, it went viral all over the world. 433 posted it. It got like 8 billion views or whatever. So it's one of those types of goals that got like picked up and got attention way outside of Seattle, way outside of even MLS circles. If you look at the comments on like all the viral videos of it, it's everyone being like, that is freaking insane. That is like the best volley I've ever seen. But what I think made it like it would have been next level, like on that level, no matter what. But I was just watching it again like this morning. And how it kisses every single post. I have never seen a shot like that just not even hit the net. And I was like, damn, I think that's just like the perfect goal.
So good. Dude.
Think about the actual odds of hitting the ball at the exact trajectory that it would hit the post, like all 3 of the posts. Like that's just crazy. Like he hit the perfect shot. Like that is footballing nirvana. Like I mean, that just to see that,
so
like
he
the
can
kind
be
of
a
stuff
little
he's
quiet.
capable of.
He can be a little quiet in this match is what I'm hearing. Let's hit this super chat from Andrew. Andrew says, did anyone else get worried seeing Nuhu run towards the pitch invader and just sigh when he picked up the dude's phone? I didn't realize what he picked up because I couldn't see it from the PB. But
what if he had just laid the guy out?
Dude, I like saw him running towards the pitch invader. I was like, I don't even know. So that's funny. I wanted to ask you one last question, and then maybe we can close it out here. What do you think of De Rosario's performance tonight?
Not as hot as it had been in the games where he scored the goals. I still like the runs he's making, and I feel like he is finding his footing in this attack. But what I think D-Ro is so good at is like that fox in the box stuff, like that just kind of like the goal he scored against Cruz Azul. It's one of those ones where he's just kind of drifting, and then boom, like you peel off the guy's shoulder and you have this space that the defender isn't even anticipating you're going to have, just like, you know, from your movement.
And he's a big body guy too.
Yeah, so what I want to see from him is like getting in the box, getting close to goal, and like using his physical size and his movement. He's very like intelligent with his movement and where he puts himself in the box. And I felt like in this game, I guess it seemed like he was maybe dropping deeper a little bit. Like he was on the ball, like further, like dropped back where he wasn't like putting himself in front of goal as much. So I just want to see him do more of that, like I said, fox in the box stuff, because I think that's his best asset. Like he's such a big dude. He's built like a freaking tight end. Like you just put it like the header he got in Atlanta. Derek Williams was had no chance at defending him because he's just so big. So I would want to see D-Ro do more of that stuff. But I think I said it on the like preview show or whatever. Like I really want to see him get enough run for them to make an evaluation on if he can be like a prominent member of this team, because I think when we talk about like guys like Noah Ohio and stuff, I know Noah Ohio is like a little bit different. He's not as like tall and big a dude maybe as D-Ro, but like the D-Ro profile of just a big like Benteke style striker, we've been wanting that on this team for a while. And to me, like he looks like he at least has the attributes of a guy who can do that stuff. So I mean, did you have any thoughts on that?
No, I completely agree with you. I love that. I love that analysis. And I really appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. I'm going to promo some stuff real quick before we leave. Listen, if you want to become a YouTube member, literally right now, there's 126 of you watching. You can gift memberships to people. You could become a member, but it is truly like such a great way to help us on YouTube. We recently added a new emote. We hit enough members to where we could add a new emote, but I think we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, and the new emote is Stephen Fry with the paintbrush. So that's that. But we would love for you guys to be able to use the emotes. We also just dropped I did a collection video of my entire Sounders collection. So that's for
It's
members only.
It's a good video. I watched.
It's a fun video. I've been collecting stuff for a long time. We have all of our other stuff. We're going to be doing more of those like member exclusive videos where it's kind of either just me or just Ari kind of talking to the camera. So that'll be fun. And you get a cool little ball next to your name, priority, all of that. And we're going to continue to add more and more to that membership as we grow the Lobbing Scorchers brigade. So hit that join button if you can. Hit the like button. Kickoff tomorrow?
Yeah.
Kickoff tomorrow?
Talk to Nico. We'll be at it at 8 a.m. getting all his takes, and the content keeps rolling, baby.
We don't stop. Podcast Wednesday.
Yeah, kickoff Monday, podcast Wednesday.
Or Tuesday, one or two.
Tijuana up next. What day is that?
I think that might be a Wednesday.
Oh, it might be on Wednesday. It's on Wednesday.
It is on Wednesday, so we'll post. We'll do a pod on we'll post the pod on Tuesday. How about that?
We can do that.
Easy peasy.
All right. Yeah, let's call it on that.
Should we do a shot out the window so they can see what we're working with here?
Oh yeah.
Shit. Here we go. Oh, I don't even know if it's gonna work. Look at that. Lumen Field. Everyone say goodbye to Lumen Field.
Bye, Lumen.
Chat. Say bye. Chat. Say goodbye. Say goodbye.
Bye, chat.
Some people come to Lumen Field for the tactics, for the soccer, the atmosphere. And some come for Paul Rothrock's hair. Me personally, I come for both, because I have agendas to push. Live soccer isn't just better, it's way more personal. From making friends to becoming the guy in your section that's just constantly yelling about advanced statistics. Get tickets to any Sounders match by visiting lobbingscorchers.com/tickets. You support the pod, our agendas, the vibes, and the chaos.